Hello, beautiful souls. See some people popping on here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to this general live today. Hello, Cajun girl. I don't think I've seen you on for a while. Hello, Karen Sue. Hello. Good to see everyone. Hello, Shia. Welcome. Raina, hello, coldest moments. Oh, thank you. So good to see everyone here today, doing a little Saturday afternoon. I feel like I've already worked a full day. I did a podcast, I did a meeting, took the grandson to have a haircut, went and ran an errand, and now I'm doing this. I feel like I've already worked a full day. Oh, thank you, Karen. You must have been on my live the other day when I said that because I was on a live and my hair person had messaged me to make sure I remembered I had an appointment the next day. Of course, I remember it. Once you hit my calendar, I absolutely remember it. But since I'm going through radiation, all my friends are trying to take care of me and make sure I remember things. I think the radiation is going to, well, I still love them. I think it's going to mess up my memory. And so my hair person had messaged me. I was on live the other day and I mentioned it. Don't forget your appointment tomorrow morning. So yeah, she did me up. You'll see my highlights. She covered my gray. She took some length off. She did me up right. She's like, how much do you want taken off? I was like, I am in your hands, girl. Don't make me make any decisions. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. You put in the comments who you want read. Thank you, Holly. You're being so sweet to me today. And then my moderator chooses someone, or we do spirit read. Led. I'm sorry. I was looking for, who did Holly want?
Holly wants her Aunt Marge.
All right, Miss Holly, you ready for your Aunt Marge? Okay. Aunt Marge, can you please step it up, please? All right, so for those of you who have never seen me read before, I ask you to confirm or deny the information. Just because I asked for Aunt Marge to step up doesn't mean that she's going to. So I describe the spirit stepping up, and then the person who she's supposed to be for says, yes, that sounds like her, or no, she doesn't. If it doesn't sound like your spirit, just please say so. It'll turn into spirit-led, and then we'll figure out who it belongs to. I have to date never gone without having a spirit claimed. So no pressure, right? All right. Holly, Aunt Marge is very much stepping up, and she had a lot of mobility problems toward this end of life. She's letting me know. She is showing me that she was the glue that held your family together. On top of her having a lot of mobility problems, I feel like she hung on longer than she really needed to or wanted to. She was really ready to cross before she did, because she was the glue that kind of held the family together, and she was very much afraid of what might happen. She was also showing me some family members around her as she passed who gave her permission to pass. Now, would she have passed anyway? Absolutely. But when we give our spirits permission to pass, it kind of gives them peace. You never say, we're going to be okay, it's okay for you to pass, in a mean voice. So when you give your spirits permission to pass and let them know you're going to be okay, it just gives them, oh, thank you, Holly, for confirming. So Holly's confirming that she was the one who gave her permission to pass. When you do that, it just gives your spirits such amazing peace. Because most people know there's another, but just the whole process of passing, you just get to leave this earth with such peace, and then you're instantly hit with peace and love on the other side. Holly, she is also saying that this holiday season was the first without her. This spirit is for Holly. This is Holly's Aunt Marge. This was not spirit-led. This was one that my moderator chose. And so I said,
I told her today at her grave I didn't mean it. I was her.
I'm sorry, Holly. That's not really, but it's kind of like your you're taking it back. And she's laughing about it. So Holly said in the comments that she said today at her aunt's grave that she took back, that she said she'd be okay without her here. She's like, I take it back. Get your ass back here, Earthside. Enough of this fun and games. You know, and that's why, how old am I? Old? I'm 53. I'm just kidding. That's the reason she is stepping up, because she is, can feel that today was just really tough on you, just really tough on you. Her birthday is Monday. Very good, very good. She is talking about, you know, Holly, you are stronger than what you think. Like, she was more than just an aunt to you. She was your mooring post here on earth. And usually that is our parents for us, but it was your aunt. Your aunt was your mooring post. And without her, you feel just a little discombobulated on this earth. And she is saying that you underestimate, oh, she was your best friend, you underestimate how strong you are and what you are capable of. She also wants you to know that you have not recently, because, oh, you know what? She did. Today, when you were at her grave, did you see this bird, like, jumping around? Did you see this bird, like, jumping around and kind of looking at you weird? Because she said, tell her I sent the bird. And I was about to say, oh, she sent you a bird during the summertime, but she said, no, I did it today. So when you were at the grave today, that bird that was just kind of jumping around, because I feel like it's cold where you are. There's not many birds out where I am. Was looking at you. She had sent, yes, and squirrels. Okay, very good. So you did see the bird. That was your aunt. All right, thank you so much for letting me read your Aunt Holly. She did a good job. She did a good, oh, it's very cold in Ohio. Yeah, I'm here in Nebraska. A little bit chilly here too. There is a gentleman stepping up. I'm sorry, we are going to just roll right into the spirit led. He feels like a husband. And he is making me feel like, I was trying to calm him down. I'm feeling very anxious tapping into him. Like, he's very much, I got to get this through. I got to get this message through. Okay, so just calm down, dude. We'll get through it. Okay, so he has not been in spirit long. He's letting me know that. And typically spirits don't even tell me that. So I just give you what I get. I do think it's odd when spirits start off with things that I don't usually care about or information I usually get from them. He's letting me know that he has not been in spirit long, and he died very suddenly from an accident. He is, you know, I'm hearing a K name around him, but it's not his name. He's very anxious to get this to this person. And because he's so anxious, he's making me feel a little anxious. Could it be Kathy? Yeah, it could be Kathy. I don't even know that he's been laid to rest yet. He does not feel like he even, oh, Kathy Hode says it's her. Does she, oh, she has 680 followers. Kathy, I was about to make you go live with me. This is one I would like to do, like in person.
He was cremated.
He was cremated. Very good. You have not done anything with his ashes yet, I'm hearing. Like, it's just so fresh, you haven't made any decisions about it. Oh, her husband died suddenly, she said. Someone said, okay. You know, and your husband, Kathy, he was just like a very healthy person. It wasn't his time to go. There was no, oh, you're having the memorial. Okay, very good. Very good. I was wondering, because I was feeling like, I was starting to wonder, when you said he's already been cremated, I was like, I'm not feeling it's put to rest yet. I'm not feeling like it is, and that's why, because you haven't had the memorial yet. Okay, and right, he was very healthy. He was also very handsome, I'm hearing. Kathy, I am so sorry, because y'all had such a beautiful relationship. And I'm not saying it was perfect. No relationships are. But y'all had been through, he's showing me that y'all had really been through a lot of crap. And y'all were getting to the good part. You know how when you come off of a time where y'all have just been going through a lot, and then you've worked through all these problems, and you're kind of getting to a smooth sailing part. And he is talking about, and he's telling me to preface this. When a spirit says to preface this, it means you're not going to take it the way he's putting it through. He's letting me know that he had really hurt you over y'all's marriage, over his own male stupidity. And that's what he is saying. That's not my words. These are his words. His male stupidity caused you a lot of hurt. And he wants to apologize for that. Like, he was just getting to the point where he was starting to understand what this life was about. He was putting his ego in check. He was starting to really put you first. He's also showing me that these are not things that you, thank you. Someone said I was beautiful. Thank you. These are not things that you have done yet, but it's things in the back of your mind you are considering doing, because I know he hasn't been gone long. You said that you're just having the celebration of life in February. A tattoo. He's showing me that I got to such an evil form. No. He's saying his own male stupidity, like his male. So he would kind of put his he just died on the 13th. Lord have mercy. No wonder he was letting me know. I'm just here. I just got here. I just got here. Like, frantically letting me know that. He wants you to know that you are absolutely the love of his life. And I don't feel like that you ever doubted that, but he does want to confirm that. He also wants you to know that he is the one who's been messing with the lights in your house. He's been frantically trying to let you know, I'm okay. I made it. I'm okay. Which everyone makes it. But he just wants you to know. He wanted to confirm it. Like, everyone makes it to the other side. He wanted you to make it. He's new to all this. Aw, Adam's mom, you've seen me read before, haven't you? He's also saying that, Kathy, after having walked this journey of grief with so many people, my heart goes out to you and what you're going to be coming across over the next year. So just know that your spirit is always around you, and be open to the spirit. He is this. What type of readings do you do? Okay, we're going to get to that in a minute. Readings do it, because I was
You should check out our website.
Yeah, check out my website. Be open to the ways he's going to be coming to you. First of all, he absolutely gets to he does your electronics. He messes with your electronics and your lights. He is also showing me that he's going to be sending you cardinals when it's time. He says, when it's time. And you can do what you want with his ashes. He says, I don't care. So that is something that has been lingering in the back of your head, what you're going to do with his ashes. You can do with them what you want, he says. Whatever you want, it's up to you. He says, I don't need them anymore. You can do with them what you want. Now, I will encourage you to personally, your husband is not saying this just as a medium and just walking this grief road with people. I would encourage you, if you're going to spread his ashes somewhere, to keep some back in a smaller urn or in a locket or something like that. I would just encourage you to do that. And that's, your husband is not saying that. That's just me, having walked this path with people before.
Is he happy?
I don't always have good emotions for people coming from heaven, and I do the best I can with the English words that I have. Your husband is happy. He is absolutely happy. You have to think about whenever you leave this earth, you are instantly surrounded by unconditional, beautiful, healing love. You're going to be happy. But it doesn't mean that you can't look over to earth and feel melancholy for what the people you left behind are going through. He's also saying he's glad it was him and not you, because he wouldn't have been able to make it. Okay. What kind of readings do I do? I do on lives. I do psychic. I'm sorry, I'm laughing about something that my followers got me into the other night. Those, good Lord have mercy. My moderator knows what I'm about to talk about. I do psychic and mediumship when it comes to lives. On my website, I do psychic, mediumship, Akashic records, past life regressions, something called soul plans, which taps into the energetic vibration of your name and tells you what your innate talents and challenges are. And then the other night, oh my goodness, what did you miss, A&M? Let me tell you what you missed. Did you miss my subscriber live the other night when people had me telling them their spirit animal?
Oh no, she was on.
Oh, were you on there? Did you get a spirit animal the other night, A&M?
I'm trying to remember what her name is.
Oh, look at that. Someone says they repented of their sins and they accept Jesus Christ as their Savior.
Thank goodness.
Oh, I do want to encourage people who do look for Christ as who they're going to follow, to truly remember what he was put on this earth for and what he did. He walked in love. If it's not of love, it's not of Jesus. All right, who we got next? You have someone?
Karen Sue.
Karen Sue.
Husband Billy Mack.
Billy Mack. All right, Miss Karen Sue, Billy Mack. Billy Mack is instantly stepping up and telling me that you put your life on hold to take care of him. He is saying that y'all had, I was struggling to get the right words that he was telling me, and I was trying to read comments at the same time. My moderator warns me against that, just so y'all know. He says, stop reading the comments. I got it. Because I'll get in the middle of a reading, I'm trying to read the comments at the same time. Fear of missing out. See? I have that. Fear of missing out. Okay. Miss Karen Sue, are you still here? You're with me all the time. Are you still here, Miss Karen Sue? Does this work by list or spirit guidance? We go back and forth. My moderator will give me someone, and then I do spirit led. My moderator gives me someone, and I do spirit led. Okay, I'm not seeing Miss Karen Sue, which would be difficult to think that she
Would leave. So
right.
soon. I mean, it's only been 15 minutes. I'll keep a watch out for her.
I'm looking. You don't see. I don't see her. All right. Looks like we might have spirit led because Miss Karen Sue is not here. All right, here we go. Spirit led. Let's go. Okay. I am definitely seeing a B name off of this gentleman, and he was buried, not cremated. And the reason I say that is because he is showing me oh, Karen's here. There she is. What? Let's go back to Miss Karen Sue.
Back to Karen.
Billy Mack. Sorry, I have a runny nose, people. I'm sorry. Y'all get to watch me wipe my nose. I'm so sorry about that. Sorry, I can't help it. I got a runny nose. Okay, Billy Mack, Karen is showing me that you put your life on hold to take care of him. And he's also showing me that y'all had, at some point in your marriage or partnership, y'all had split up and gotten back together or come really close to it. He is also, sorry, I'm getting hot. He's showing me something, oh, okay, y'all did. Oh, you put your life on hold to take care of him. Also, the split up and getting back together. He's showing me that, he's showing me what are those dogs? They're short and fat and they got little bitty legs with a flat face.
He was always leaving when I stood still.
He thanks you for that, dear. What are those dogs? The bulldogs?
Flat base?
Yes.
Short squatty?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. He's showing me, I think it's a bulldog. If you said it was a pug, but he has one of those in heaven with him. So whoever it is, Karen, that
Cajun girl said pug.
could be a pug. So whoever it is and Karen Sue around y'all, I don't feel like it was you and him that had this dog. It's someone who, like a friend of his who had this bulldog. It looks like a bulldog. He has it. He wants you to know that. So if you know who he's referencing that had the bulldog, make sure you pass that message along. He's showing me also that he is super apologizing for not having his paperwork in order. Oh, he's showing me as a hot mess.
Yes, he had a bulldog and pits.
Oh, he did. So it's his bulldog. Okay, very good. He's not showing me, I don't see the pits. I am seeing the bulldog. He's very much showing me the bulldog. So he's got that bulldog. I was sorry, I was having a side conversation with him. I was like, wasn't it hard to like clean all the wrinkles on this dog? And he's like, you have no idea. I didn't realize that, yes, I mean, a psychic medium, yes. I didn't realize that bulldogs were so hard to keep clean, Miss Karen Sue, but your husband is confirming that it was. I don't do cash out. The only way to make an appointment with me where you can pay is on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I don't do cash app or any of that. It's just too sketch.
He loved dogs more than himself or me.
I know. I'm sorry. You know, my family, when I don't currently have a dog. I lost my dog like a year ago in November. But, yeah, don't mess with my dogs. I will cut your throat. That's terrible to say. Karen, he is talking about how sorry he is. He didn't appreciate what he had whenever he was here on earth with you. Welcome, welcome, Paige. I'm so glad to see you here. That you never deviated. You never faltered. You never swayed. You loved him. You always loved him. And you made it clear you always loved him. And he is very much apologizing because though he did love you like that, he did not portray it. He had a lot of demons in his, he came from not a great childhood. He had a lot going on in his head, and he sometimes took that out on you. Oh, yeah, Karen said, oh my, that's so true. I'm glad it's true, but I'm also kind of sad that that I see that so many. So if anyone wants to take anything away from this, Karen's husband's message to her, I hear that a lot, that we take out our inner trauma on those around us, and we show them love, and we just want that love back, and we don't always get it. So make sure you're making those around you know you love them. All right. Thank you, Billy Mac. Okay, I am going to, thank you, Kimberly. This is going to be spirit led. That one was just Billy Mac for Karen Sue. So now we're going to, you're welcome, Karen Sue. Now we're going to do spirit led. So y'all listen up. Okay, I have a gentleman stepping up. It's a grandpa energy. He was buried, not cremated. He's showing me a headstone. He has an A name, like Alvin or Alfred. Don't grab him yet until I have given more details, please. Okay, so we grandpa energy. He was buried. His name is like an A name, like Alfred or Alvin. I'm hearing, I don't know why I'm hearing the year 1976, if that's going to mean anything to someone on here. 1976, I'm hearing that year. He hasn't quite shown me what that means. He's showing me he was 5'11". And though most of his life he had been a thin man, towards the end he had gotten the classic belly. And he had a hard time breathing. Towards the end of his life, he had a hard time breathing. He's actually showing me an oxygen tank. I'm not quite sure he carried this oxygen tank with him places, but he definitely had a hard time breathing. I'm not feeling lung cancer. I'm feeling more of emphysema, congestive heart failure, something like that. I'm just feeling my, okay, so someone said on here that they're, oh my,
It's Donna. She said it's her dad, Alvin.
okay, so Donna, Dad Alvin. Okay, let's see. 100. That's what I was about to make. Also,
She comes across Redskins 21 or something.
I want Blake Sampson to hold tight on the cat that got testicular cancer in 76. I thought that was weird because that 1976 just dropped out of the sky. It was like it wasn't even attached to the sky, but I said it because I was getting it at the same time. I want that person to hold tight and don't go anywhere. But I'm going to finish Alvin first.
Last time I saw him was in 1976.
Oh, okay. The last time she saw her dad was in 1976. Okay, so that's what it was. That's what it was. Sorry, Blake. I thought maybe it was going with you.
I wish she could go along.
But she took that as that was the last time she saw her dad was in 1976. All right, your dad did an excellent job with his information, Donna, or your grandpa. I want to say that he gave even a year. The last time that was some weird crap right there. I don't usually get that. But you know what, Blake? Just because I had called your name out, we're gonna still bring up your cat after this. I'm seeing a tabby cat walking up. I'm not sure if yours was a tabby cat. Donna, your grandfather is telling me that he was primed and ready because, again, I'm a little bit in awe. As a medium, you know, you get information, however, from spirits, but you're a grandpa, like he was primed and ready. He was rattling it off, dun, 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 dun. And I could tell that he had been waiting for this. And he had told me he has been, that you have been afraid to go to a medium because you weren't sure who you could trust. You were, is this her dad or her grandfather? Oh, your dad, her dad. That you were just not sure of who you could trust. He's also saying that you had to grow up faster than you should have. You did not get to experience childhood, like true childhood, like being taken care of. You were kind of fending for yourself a lot. And he's sorry that happened to you. He's also saying how you took how you were raised and you absolutely said it stops now. Like you stopped that generational trauma. There is no way you were going to let your own kids experience the same kind of trauma. Oh, you grew up in foster homes. Very, well, not very good that that happened, but that's what he's referencing, that you had to, fend for yourself. And you very much said you were not, no, buck stops here. You were stopping that generational trauma. He's also saying you don't give yourself enough credit for the childhood that you had and that fending for yourself and how you had to protect others. You turn that around into positivity. Yes, you had a lot of trauma, but you also very much made it better for yourself and for your kids. He's telling me that you've been thinking about switching jobs. There's something. Very much so. Thank you for confirming that. I very much appreciate, Donna, also how much that you are moving along and confirming this. He's saying, Donna, that your job you're good at, it's not really an issue, but you're getting uneasy in it. And this is something I want everyone to kind of pay attention to. If there's really no reason why you should be feeling uneasy in your job or the way you're doing something, to pay attention. And I'm sorry, I was reading something. I couldn't decide if I was going to address it or not. Never mind. My moderator is going to address it for me. Make make sure that you are paying attention to whenever you're feeling uneasy and you are looking for that other job. So make sure, Donna, that you are paying attention to synchronicities dropping into your lap, and you are looking for that new job, that you are not just closing down and having blinders on, but you're kind of opening up for what the world has to give you. All right, thank you. I guess my moderator took care of that issue that kind of stopped me for a moment. Thank you, Miss Donna, for taking him. Okay, now we're real quick. I can't remember who it was, but the person who had the cat. Blake. Did she confirm if it was a tabby cat?
Honestly, I never saw Blake.
All right, so Blake, you kind of, when I said 1976, she says, oh my goodness, I had a cat who died in 1976 from testicular cancer. So real quick, I'm just going to pop in because I don't do animals much on my lives just because I do think humans are more important. I know they are, but I'm seeing a tabby cat stepping up, and this cat is showing me, or I'm hearing a really loud purring. Like this cat, when it got going, would vibrate. Like if it would stand up against you, it would vibrate your whole body with its purring. He's also showing me that you didn't necessarily buy toys for this cat. It had makeshift toys, which I'm not really quite sure what that means. Hopefully that resonates with you. And you always felt guilty that like there wasn't enough money spent on this cat. Oh how funny. I love that. Someone gave me could you see that? The paw come up? And someone gave me this paw that came up and scratched the screen. That was cool.
That would be cool.
That you had, yes, Blake, that is, that you had not caught the testicular cancer in time. Something about the treatment, the medical treatment of the cat, you felt guilty about. It feels like you didn't catch it in time, and you then didn't have put out the money to, which I wouldn't have either, put out the money to have the surgery and the jazz. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read your kitty cat. That was a quick one. I just throw in there extra. Okay, who we got next?
Samantha. Grandma Carol.
Okay, Samantha, you in the house. Samantha, your Grandma Carol. Okay, so Grandma Carol, as she is stepping up,
Yes.
is showing me Avon, that she liked Avon. She's also showing me, and she showed me this, I was like, what the heck? Like, I want to put something in my hand and blow it, like pixie dust. And I was like, what the heck is this? Oh, she was a Mary Kay consultant. Very good. Mary Kay. Very good. That's what it was. I could go with that because I was seeing like a book. You know how you used to get those books where you would order things out of? I was seeing the book and I assumed it was a Avon, but it was Mary Kay. I could definitely take that. Now she is putting this, do you know what she's doing here? Does she have to go live? Let me go. Oh, where is she?
No, 3:30.
I was about to make
She
people.
worked with pottery. She would blow on her hands, dusting them off.
Oh, thank you very much, Samantha. I was about to make you go live because I was like, this is as a medium, you know, what it's like. If anyone out there is a practicing medium, for one thing, I do have some classes if y'all want to like further your skill set. But I just knew I had to give that. I didn't know what the heck I was saying. I said she's blown like pixie dust in her hand. I don't know what the heck she's talking about. But Samantha did. She knew exactly what she was talking about. And that is the best information you can get when it's something that makes absolutely no sense to me or anyone else. But I'm so glad that you could take that, Samantha. Samantha said good memories, and they do. That's what spirits do. They step up and they say silly little things like that click a memory in your head. I have no idea, but you do. And they do that because they want you to remember the good things about them. Of course, unless you have the people like Donna's dad who stepped up with an apology. She is, I know someone just said something about how many people were on here. I do subscription lives. If anyone is interested in that, just keep track of my TikTok, I do subscription only lives, something like at least once a week. Sometimes I'll have subscription lives where I do. They said that she was blowing, like she was dusting them, like she worked on pottery and she would blow it like she was dusting them. Like, I think it was a joke between them. It was an inside joke.
And she called it blowing off her hands.
And she called it blowing off her hands. There you go. All right. Samantha, your grandmother is referencing that you have recently gotten your hair done or you're about to get your hair done. So when spirits say things like that, when spirits talk about, yes, they've just gotten their hair done, they're about to get their hair done, do they care? Absolutely not. It's just a sign that they are around you. I don't let my spirit step up and say, hey, tell them I'm around them. That's too general. They have to prove it. So she's proving it by saying she sees you getting your hair done. I feel like you just got it done. She is also saying, Samantha, that she hears you talking to her. So that tells me that you talk to her a lot. Whoever, that person that says inbox me, can you block them? Do not inbox anyone. Someone on my live just said inbox them. Don't inbox anyone, people. No legitimate medium is ever going to message you requesting money or requesting a reading. Don't inbox anyone. There are scammers.
It's a scam, you know.
Yep. Don't do it. Okay, when she's talking about that she can hear you, it tells me that you've been talking to her in your head. You don't have to talk to your spirits out loud. Spirits can hear you. A lot of people, when they come to me for readings, they'll say, tell them I love them. I mean, I can, but you can too. I don't need to do that. You can absolutely just tell them. All right, thank you, Miss Samantha, for letting me read your grandma. You did an excellent job confirming the information, and she did a great job giving it. I want to say the spirits are on fire today. You talk to her all the time, like, what would she do? Mm-hmm. Very good. Time for psychic? All right, it's time for psychic, people. Apparently, my moderator just said that. As you are throwing your psychic questions in the chat, I do want to remind everyone, I will not be messaging you. I know I just was reminded of that as a scammer was in here saying, message me. Don't do it. I will never direct message anyone, ever. You can only book on my website, www.Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. That's the only way I accept payments also. When you go to my site, you click the time and date that works for you, and you get a Zoom link. And then you get another Zoom link. You get a reminder with the Zoom link the day before and an hour before.
Bray, will I get married this year?
Who wants to have there?
Bray.
Bray, are you going to get married this year? I don't feel this year, but I do feel next year. I do feel 2024, and I actually feel the beginning of 2024. Let's see.
Will I move to Oregon?
I want to get this Nadia one. Nadia, will my husband get the job he's interviewing for on Wednesday? I don't feel that. I feel like he is, and this is, I'm sorry, this is what you'll get when you come to me. I just tell you what I'm feeling. That he's going to be very, very frustrated. I see him like throwing his hands up and tell him not to give up. I'm feeling 3 jobs out is when he's going to get the job. Who else was it? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had.
Allison, will my septic get fixed soon and without spending $25,000?
Okay, Allison, will my septic get fixed soon? So I'm not feeling real soon. And are you going to have to spend $25,000 or more? I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like 15, which is still a crap ton of money. I'm so sorry.
Ariel, will my husband and I conceive this year?
Ariel wants to know if her husband and I will conceive this year. I am feeling that. Shannon wants to know, which I normally don't answer these questions. I don't know why I'm feeling led to answer this one.
I didn't give it to you.
See, my moderator just said I didn't give it to you because I don't usually answer these types of questions. Is my husband cheating? And the reason I don't is because typically when people are asking me that question, their spouse is. And I don't want to be any part of it. But Shannon, I don't feel like your husband is. I feel like he's being a jerk, a self-centered jerk. But I don't feel like he's cheating. Who else we got?
Go on, I gotta handle something.
Oh, well, good grief. My moderator's leaving me on my own. What's he doing? Okay. The Redskin 21. Will Bobby get to come home February or March? I'm feeling March, but even towards the end of March. Cheyenne, will I get a job this year? Why am I getting a no on that? How can you go a whole year without getting a job? Okay, let me tune again. Whew. Is Cheyenne going to get a job this year? I'm still getting no. So I don't know what that's about, Cheyenne. This is one of those things that you need to, I wish you were right here in front of me and we'd be discussing this. Okay, Paige wants to know the jewelry that was stolen from you. Will you ever get it back? I'm sorry, honey. I'm not feeling that you will. I wish I could tell you differently. All right. Abram Hall. Will my husband's colonoscopy come back good? I'm feeling that there's going to be a few things that need to be taken care of with that colonoscopy.
Jennifer Grace, do I move to Oregon?
Somebody wants to know if they're going to move to Oregon.
Originally, that was the one
Yes, I do feel you move into Oregon.
this year.
Elaine Ellis, will I get my eyesight back? You know, honey, I'm feeling that it's going to improve some, but I don't feel like it's going to be what you wanted it to, but please prove me wrong. When I'm doing psychic, I tell people this all the time, psychic is never 100%. You can change the energy of it. Change it. Listen to Joe Dispenza. Have you ever heard of him? Listen to Joe Dispenza.
Jasmine, will I get a house this year?
Jasmine wants to know if she's going to get a house this year. Is she a next year? Yeah, I'm feeling next year for you, Miss Jasmine. Becky, would this new job training I want be a sign be worth it? Yes, and I'm not feeling it's just the training, Becky. I'm seeing you making connections that are going to be worthwhile for you in the long run. Natalie, how's this semester going to go? Is it going to go good, bad, struggle? You're going to pass, but it's going to be a struggle, Natalie.
Michaela wants to know if you feel she has psychic abilities.
My moderator, he knows it's just going to put me off on a tangent.
I know.
Someone wants to know if they have psychic...
Michaela
wants to know if they have psychic abilities. Everyone has psychic abilities. Everyone. Now, I will tell you, I just started teaching an intro to mediumship class. We had our second week. Now, mind you, these are people who have never read before. Second week, and we were doing this... hold on, I need a drink. This exercise where they were reading a photo. And this one gal, I had shown a photo of someone to them in plain dress clothes, looking much like I look right now. And someone who's very quiet in the class has always doubted, you could tell she was just doubting herself. I made her, she wasn't going to say anything. I called on her. I was like, do you have anything to say? She says, I'm just getting the word service. I don't know. I was like, right, because they served in the military. And she's like, oh my God, I got something. Yes, it's just learning what it means when you read energy. Everyone can read energy. It's just like learning a second language. You have to practice. You have to know what you're looking for. And it's much easier if you have someone breaking it down for you. Okay. What else we got?
Will stepmom reconcile with us?
Will stepmom reconcile with you? I'm not feeling that.
That's too bad.
I know, that is too bad. Is that it?
Will I become a cardiac surgeon?
Ooh.
Nicole.
Nicole. Are you going to become a cardiac surgeon? You know, that is one of the biggest yeses I have felt in my body all day. Yes, don't give up. Congratulations, you're going to be saving lives.
Christy wants to know, should I give my son my house and rebuild?
No. Christy, you should not give your son your house and rebuild.
Amanda, will I switch jobs?
Amanda, will I switch jobs? Yes, I'm also absolutely feeling you. Aaron, will I be compatible to be my second cousin's donor? You know, I'm getting a very small no, and what I'm being shown is there's some, I don't know anything about what I'm talking about. Like, I know what I'm seeing, but I don't know the medical end of it. There must be several tests, so it's going to look like in the beginning that you're going to be compatible, but then in the end, you're not going to be. So I don't know what that's about.
Kylie, will my boyfriend propose this year?
Ooh, Kylie. I do feel your boyfriend proposing this year. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. My goodness, love that.
Catherine, will I change careers?
Catherine, you know what? I'm feeling that you're not going to change careers, but I would like you to change the energy of that because I'm feeling you should change careers. I'm feeling like you're going to start looking around, thinking about changing careers, and it's just going to be a lot of effort and a lot of hassle, and you're very good at what you currently do, so you don't. But I feel like you should, that you would be a lot happier. Is that it? All right, let's head back to mediumship.
Yeah, and I could go on forever.
Okay, let's head back to mediumship.
Won't you?
For those of you that are listening, if you don't get read, I go live frequently. I put my schedule out usually around Monday of the week on TikTok. I will put out my live schedule for the week. So follow me and pay attention to that live schedule. And, you know, I do it all over the place. I will sometimes have general lives. I have subscription lives. Sometimes I will go live on Facebook, but I will be on Instagram and YouTube at the same time. So I'm live all over the place. Follow me and you can figure out where I'm going to be and at what time.
Beth, Father, Bobby.
Hold on. Let me write this down before I lose the spirit. It's my moderator just gave me someone to read, but I'm hearing Uncle Larry, so we're going to put him on ice for a moment. If you have an Uncle Larry, listen up. Who do you want me to read?
Beth's father, Bobby.
Beth's father, Bobby. Okay, Miss Beth. Your dad, Bobby. Your dad had a very much... an off-the-wall sense of humor. Who is that comedian? I can't even stand his movies.
Adam Sandler?
Close. The other one who did the, what's that Bobby? The one, you know that comedian movie? Bobby something.
Bobby Boucher?
Yeah, who is that? Adam Sandler? Yeah, Adam Sandler type. He comes up very much making me, it was Adam Sandler that my husband was right. It was just that, I'm sorry. I know that he's a very talented person. His
Beth agrees with me, Adam Sandler.
Yes. His sense of humor and my sense of humor just don't mesh. And your dad had the Adam Sandler sense of humor.
And Donna, Will Ferrell is somebody else she doesn't like.
Yes, Will Ferrell is someone who I do not mesh with. So, yes, you are all correct. That kind of sense of humor. Beth, your father, Bobby, is very much laughing over that. He is someone who wants to, like, he was a teaser. He did it in a very, Waterboy, that was the name of that movie. Mm-hmm. He was someone who would tease but had a heart of gold. Like, some people will tease and they're kind of mean about it. Not your dad. He was just very much fun. He's also showing me that he liked to fix things. And not just things. He liked to help fix people's situations. This man was he's showing me him being very smart. Like he could, very much so. He was your rock. Yes. I just love the way he couldn't handle for people to be sad. He just couldn't even handle it. And not because he didn't want people to express and feel their emotions, just because it hurt his heart to see people sad. And he wanted to fix all situations, no matter what it was and for who it was.
He hated when I cried.
He what?
Hated when I cried.
Oh, hated when you cried. I know, right? It broke him when you cried, actually. He's also showing me this gentleman had a love of animals. He was just a good guy. And I don't think that people realize, just because of his sense of humor and how he had that, he was teasing and all that, people did not understand how sweet he was. He's showing me, what is he showing me paperwork for? What is this paperwork? He's showing me there was questions about his paperwork when he passed. I don't know if you know what he's referencing there, Beth, but he's showing me there was questions about his paperwork. And I feel like some of his paperwork was in order, but y'all had to kind of guess on the rest of it. And he wants a confirmation that y'all did the right thing. He is showing me, Beth, that you have been, he shows me you biting your tongue. There's some people in your life, and they are family, who to keep the peace, you just kind of bite your tongue and let it pass. And he's talking about how proud he is of you for doing that. And you do it only because you know.
He was the most prepared person with everything. We were left with no idea what to do with the house.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. She just confirmed, for those of you listening, that he was the most prepared person with everything, but they didn't know what to do with the house. They had no idea. And he said, y'all made the right decisions. And do you know who he's referencing? You don't have to name them. But he's talking about the person in your family who you have to bite your tongue when you're around them to keep the peace, because you know it's what your dad would want. And he's so proud of you for doing that. Because you would never get through to them. It would just cause a lot of drama and a lot of hassle. And he's like, it's not even worth your energy. Not worth your energy. Oh, real quick, I do want to appreciate, I love when people come back and tell me when I was right, because who doesn't like to be right? And Cajun Girl, apparently she asked me one time about her. Oh, I do remember something about that. I had told her she was going for a dentist appointment, and she asked if it was going to be the last one. And I said no, that she was not going to be able to get it fixed. She was going to have to do a couple of more appointments. And she said that I was right. She did have to have another dentist appointment, which I'm glad I was right, but I'm also sad I was right, because no one likes to have multiple dentist appointments. I'll get to Uncle Larry in just a second. Beth, he is also showing me that the tribute you made to him was perfection. Thank you so much, Beth, for letting me read your dad. He did a great job with his information, and you did a wonderful job confirming it. I very much appreciate it. Before we head into Uncle Larry, I saw someone, how do we get a session? You can only book with me on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I'm not too far out. I think I'm like 5 weeks out, so not too far at all. Every once in a while, like every week, I will open up 1 or 2 emergency appointments, because those emergency last minute appointments, they are they're 30 minutes for the price of a longer appointment. And I do have one not until next Sunday. I just couldn't squeeze any more in. I just had too much. One to use. I'm trying, but not sure which one to use. I'm not quite sure what that question is. Redskins. Okay. Uncle Larry. Here we go, Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry had some facial hair going on. Faux show. He had brown hair, facial hair, and he kept his hair. He's showing me, he was very proud of that. He kept his hair. He's showing me that he, do spirits ever make me go up to someone in public? I just don't. It's not ethical. Oh, booking on your site. Where's my phone? I don't see my phone. Oh, there we go. I was going to show you how to book on my site. Okay, sorry, people. Let me walk someone through this. I updated my phone. Has anyone done that new update? I've never had the new update mess with my apps. This one messed with my apps. Do you ever Google yourself? I do it all the time. Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Oops, that's my YouTube channel. I don't want my YouTube channel. I want my website. Okay, people, my site. Yeah, see, that's my site. That's the only site I have. You can sign up for my newsletter here. But if you want an appointment, you go to Book Now, Offering, something like that. They all take you to the same place eventually. Book Now, and you go to, you see right here where it says Psychic Mediumship Reading, and then you go to Book. That's where you go. And there's other things I want, like there's life coaching, there's hypnotherapy, there's soul plans. Most people usually start with either just a reading, or I do a combination appointment that is a soul plan and reading together. That is actually my most popular appointment. It's a soul plan reading all in one. All right. So Uncle Larry is showing me he had facial hair, he had brown hair, and he was very proud of the fact he didn't lose his hair. He also owned his own business. I'm not saying that it was a huge corporation like Procter & Gamble or something like that, but he did own his own business.
Donna's booking right now.
It is, I'll try, this business is some kind of, it's a construction business, but I'm seeing like not full construction. Like he did one part of it, either the framing or the insulation. He did a part of the construction. He didn't do the whole thing. He's also showing me that he had some lung problems. It was more from what he did for a living, like inhaling the insulation or something he used to breathe in at work. He was also a handsome guy. He showed me being very handsome. Or at least he thought he was. No, he was. He is a handsome guy. All right. I'm going to recap. And if this, he had lung issues from the paint. Oh, Kelly Ann. Oh, so has Kelly Ann confirmed the rest of it?
The only thing she asked was, could it be a body shop because there was paint involved?
Oh, yeah.
Could it be an auto body shop? He was a painter.
Absolutely, it could be. And you're saying, and he was very much showing me that he had lung issues from whatever he was breathing in. And you're saying, okay, very good.
And she has enough.
Miss Kelly Ann. Oh, look at you, Kelly Ann. I'm about to ask you to go live with me. We haven't gotten to do this all day. Oh, it says Kelly Ann isn't available. I don't know why it does that. Maybe they have their ability to.
He was brunette.
They have their ability to go live. Why do you have your ability to go live turned off, Miss Kelly Ann? Were you afraid I was going to do this to you?
I'm private, but I'm open to it.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Okay, we're holding Kelly Ann. I didn't know that. So I've had that happen a couple of times. How it won't let people go live, and it's when you're private.
Their choice, yeah.
Okay. Let's see, Kelly Ann. Oh, it still says she's not available.
She said, hold on.
I know she said hold on, but I was going to. I know Kelly Ann was trying to not go live with me. Can you all believe that, people?
No, I'm sorry, there's no appointments till the end of February, but...
Oh, she did say that?
She just went to book one.
There is, I do have a, a last minute one on next Sunday. It is more expensive because it is a last minute emergency one. Okay, let's see if Kelly's opened her.
I'm back. Can you return?
I just sent it. Good job, Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hi. It was. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm private. I need to fix this.
I didn't even know. I have tried to ask people to go, and I didn't know that's what the problem was, is that they had their settings set to private. But I'm very impressed that you could pop over there and take yourself from being private so quickly.
Okay. Right here, I was on my iPad. I made it work.
You did well. So now you confirmed everything with your Uncle Larry. He had brown hair, and then the lung issues was from him breathing in paint. Mm-hmm. Now, is this on your dad's side?
My mom's.
Your mom's side. Was he close
It
to
was
your,
her brother. Yeah.
was he close to your dad?
Yeah. Him and my dad were very close. I mean, my parents got divorced when I was young, but him and my dad were two peas in a pod.
Okay, very good. Because I knew he was taking me to your dad. And even though I was like, that's the reason I thought, oh, he must belong to your dad. But when you said no, that he belonged to your mom, I knew, well, they were close because he's definitely
Hmm.
taking me to your dad. Now, he is very much, do you know that your dad has been having some health issues? Do you know if he's been having some health issues?
I know that he's had not like unless there's something he's not telling us, but like I know his shoulder's been messed up from work and he's been going to a doctor to try to figure that out.
Yes, this is nothing life threatening. This is something he's telling me that he's with the wrong doctor. And
Okay.
so I didn't know if you, sometimes people don't even know when their dad's going to the doctor. You know how
Yeah,
guys can be. They
yes,
just don't,
that's my dad.
sometimes dads don't even discuss it. But your dad's with the wrong doctor, he is telling me.
Okay.
Um, he's showing me my representation for an orthopedic specialist. So I don't know if your dad has gone that far to an actual orthopedic specialist, but he's saying that he needs to do that.
Yeah, because I know that he was planning, I don't know what kind of doctor he was going to, but they had canceled his appointment the day before and he was trying to get back in there because yeah, his shoulder's causing him a lot of issues.
You know, I don't know. I'm sure that your dad doesn't believe in this, but I want you to have your dad consider that maybe the cancellation of that appointment was really spirit pushing him to go to someone else.
Okay.
Because that's the way that happens a lot whenever we think that you are, oh, we have to go see this person, we have to do this. But then synchronicities start dropping in to push us somewhere else, and that happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's also telling me, Kelly, have you recently switched jobs? Have you been thinking of switching jobs?
Well, I had just started a new job about 10 months ago, but there's been a lot of things happening at my job where I don't know if I'm in the right place. And I have talked to family and coworkers about that.
Yes, I would say that you're not. And you are absolutely correct because I hear you instantly saying, oh, I shouldn't have taken that job. He is saying that you should have. This job gave you great experience and put you on the right path.
Yeah, no,
But
I
it
knew
it is time now to change paths. What is your job? What's your current
that.
job?
I'm currently in human resources for a school district in Illinois. That's not
Because
what I did before them.
yeah, I'm not seeing you leaving the company, and that's the reason I couldn't figure out why I didn't see you leaving the company. I see you switching jobs. I see you going to. Thank you, Billy, for sharing my live. I appreciate that. I see you going to a different job within the district. If that makes sense,
Okay,
is that possible? I
probably.
hear. Your uncle just said. He looked at me. He looked at me. He said, "Are you really asking if that's possible? Anything's possible." He's right. Anything's possible.
Oh, he's the best.
Keep your eye open for. Yes, he is. He is very much funny. Like he's looking at me like me of all people and the crap I see in what I do. I mean, I see some amazing things happen
Yeah.
through spirit and the people I read. And he's like, "Are you serious?" Now, do you have a son, Kelly?
I have a nephew. My sister has a son.
Okay, very good. And you're pretty close to this boy.
Yes, very much.
Yes, I was gonna say if he's not your son, he very much.
He's the background of my phone.
He is, this man is around this boy a lot. And I know sometimes people will think, well, he didn't even know him. Why would he be around him? It's because you don't know who's in your soul family. You don't know who you're energetically connected to once they pass. He very much loves that boy. That boy is very high vibration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you
And
noticed that about him?
yeah, and there's a couple kids in my family that both boys. So my nephew is one of them. My sister was my Uncle Larry's goddaughter, and my Uncle Larry's son is now my nephew's godfather.
Very good. Very good. That's probably why he is so connected to
Yeah.
him. Um, because his son is the godfather.
Hmm.
He wants your dad to know that he messes with his radio. your dad has probably not complained about his radio or whatever he
No.
listens to music on his vehicle, because it wasn't enough that your dad would think this thing is broken. It's enough that it would be like, what's going on here?
Okay, yeah, I'll ask him next time I see my dad.
Yeah. So tell him about switching doctors and then the music.
And the radio, yeah.
And for you, he is saying, have you been thinking about going back to school and getting more education or another certificate?
Yeah, so with being in HR, I was thinking, because I have my master's in social work, but I was thinking about, since I'm in HR, getting the HR certificate.
Yes.
That was actually a part of my goal setting this year.
Yes, very good. And when spirits step up to confirm that information, it's twofold. For one thing, to give you the encouragement to do that. And secondly, it's a sign they're around them. I don't let my spirits step up and say, hey, tell them I'm around them. It's too general. They have to prove it. And so it's a way of him also proving that he's around you. He has done a good job. Because
I smell like, because he also used to smoke, which also affected the lungs. And I randomly smell smoke in my car, in my kitchen, in my living room. He's just always around.
It's called clairalience, clear smell. You know, and he did let me on when I was rolling through the information and giving all the identifying information. I was talking about his lungs. I was about to say, you know, he had lung issues from the smoke, but he let me know that was secondary.
Yeah.
Like his main issue from smoking was whatever he breathed in with his lungs was whatever he breathed in at work.
Yeah, because he was, and when you said it was his business, it was his brother's business. They both worked at the auto body shop. My uncle owned it, and one of my other uncle, his brother owned it. And then my Uncle Larry worked as a painter for years. Yeah, and my aunt, I just talked to her actually a few months ago about that. And she had mentioned that my uncle thought that some of his issues that he had near the end was from the paint and not wearing proper, mask and everything.
So for anyone listening, for all the people out there listening, I want you to hear what she just said. I'm talking about how he told me my lung issues were from breathing in whatever it was that he worked around. And then you just had that conversation with your aunt a couple of weeks ago. That is not an accident. That is also him showing that he is around and he sees what you're talking about in the conversations. One last thing he is talking about is that he can be around you and everyone else at the same time. Spirits are multidimensional. They're not like us. We're kind of stuck wherever our biological body is, but spirits can be in many places at one time.
Could I ask you a question? You can say no. So my mom passed away 10 months ago, and that was her brother, and they were very, very close. So I don't know if he has anything from her. Because they were very, very close.
Over there with him.
Yes, there are.
Yes.
What I've heard, there was people that met my mom on the other side.
I'm seeing I'm seeing two people actually on the same generational line as him. So one is a female and one is a male. So I don't know if he has another brother over there or if it was a really good friend. So I'm seeing two people on the same generational line. And then I'm seeing someone younger than him. So someone that would have been like in your generational line. And then he's taking me back to his grandparents.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah,
one of the females around him died of a female cancer. He's showing me.
Oh God, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, that was my mom. We didn't know she was sick. And I took her to the day I took her to the hospital. They found a softball size mass on her ovary.
Oh, okay.
Very good. We didn't. And then within a month in the hospital, she passed.
Okay, very good. So
that was okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me get the slide down. Okay. Who got?
Jerry, Dad, Jerry.
Jerry, Dad, Jerry.
And Jerry can go Jerry with a G and Dad with a J.
I was about to say it. That was very odd because I was getting a female in the mix. Okay, I don't see Jerry. Jerry, are you in the house?
She is Jerry's wife.
Okay, Miss Jerry, I just asked you to go live. Look at us. No one
Hey.
could go live with me. Now I'm getting all kinds of lives.
Hey.
How are you, Jerry?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Where are you located?
I live in the panhandle of Florida.
Ah, Florida Panhandle. Yes, yes. Love it down there. I was born and raised in Louisiana. I'm not there now, but
Oh, yeah. That's like 3 hours.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, so your dad, Jerry. Now, he's showing me you being a little mini me, and you were actually kind of a tomboy growing up. Would you know that about your? Would you?
Yes, I was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you. Not that you can't dress up and be pretty and do all the girl things, but you were very much like you were more interested in running after your dad and being outside and doing all the guy things than you were
Yes,
being.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. Um, Now, did your dad not have a son?
My dad did not. We had 2 stepsons.
Okay, very good, because he was saying she was my boy, she was my boy. And the only time I
Yes.
hear spirits say that is when they did not have an actual boy.
Oh, my goodness.
He is talking about, I always say it's so much harder to lose a child than a parent. But when your dad left, it's like took a piece of your soul.
Yes, for sure.
No one's really ready to lose their parents, but you just were not ready at all. He's also
Yes.
showing me that you have something sitting around your house that you look at and you think of him every time you look at this.
Yes, I do.
Oh, I love that. Are you outside? I can hear the birds.
Yes, ma'am.
It's currently snowing. I get no wildlife right now unless I want to see
I
a
didn't want to
turkey.
lose you, so I ran outside. I've been fighting, trying to get in.
And here you are. Your dad, I said, oh, she got in, and your dad does this. Like he was responsible for that. Do you not normally follow me?
I have been in your lives a few times. I've tried to get a reading, but I haven't seen you in a while. I've been off of TikTok for a little while.
Okay, very good. Who in your family is a hunter?
We do have a few of them.
Okay, break it down for me, Dad, then. Who is it that is along your generational line that is a hunter?
My son's been hunting a lot here lately.
Now, has your son been, when I say struggle, not hugely, he's just been kind of feeling like trying to get a place. His life has not been going as smoothly as he would like it. Let me put it that way.
He's doing good right now, but he did have an accident 4 years ago.
And it took a long time for him to recover from that.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, would never say, oh, it was good for him, because it wasn't. But your dad is saying that it really allowed him to get a different perspective on life that he didn't have before.
Yes, most definitely.
And it's a recognition, like the change in your son is something that doesn't usually happen to people until they get older, and they're,
I say that all the time. I say that my son experienced something at a very young age that most people don't even get to experience, and if they do it, they're much older.
Very good. I love that. I just got chills, actually. So this is a great sign. Your dad is given a great sign. For one thing, you say that all the time. It shows that he is around you and he sees what's going on and he hears what you're saying.
Mm.
Also, he's talking about, he says to preface it means that you're not going to take what I'm saying exactly the way it is. But you took the way you were raised and use that as a jumping off starting point for the kick-ass parent that you are. And those are his words, not mine.
That's exactly what happened. I left my house 6 months after he passed away, and I've been on my own, and I raised my kids practically on my own and everything.
And you did a kick-ass job of it. Like he's showing me he showed me like a little Energizer bunny. Like you're an Energizer bunny. You go, 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 go. And
yes.
You don't even think about being tired. You don't even think about being stressed, because then it would almost consume you with the amount that you're responsible for and what you do.
Yes, I have grandkids, and I've got 4 within the last 2 years, and between them and the rest of my family, I stay busy constantly.
It's a lot to keep up with, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, I have a lot of other psychic medium friends. We were just discussing this, and they're, doing this and doing that. It's like, look, people, I don't have time to play with y'all all the time. I have a family. I love you and all, but I have a family.
I had a nephew that recently passed, just over a year ago, and I just really wanted to know if they were together.
Um, is your nephew somewhat responsible for his own passing?
Yes.
Yes, they're together.
Oh.
And one last thing. What are you saying there, Dad? I got distracted. I got distracted with the nephew, and your dad was talking. What were you saying? I'm sorry, Dad. He's saying, that's okay. She used to do that to me all the time, too. Like, I was completely like, oh my goodness, squirrel brain. Where's the nephew? He is telling me that he's funny. He's using my terminology. When a spirit does all the things to let you know they're around, I call it haunting. And he haunts you. He messes with your electronics. He's showing me your car has recently been making a noise. He is also showing me that he sends you squirrels. Have you noticed squirrels doing weird things around you?
No, but the car thing, I got a brand new car, and it continues to stop working, and we have to keep jumping it off. And we can't figure out what's wrong with it. That's crazy
How
that you said
freaking
that.
annoying is that?
Huh? I'm sorry.
I said, how freaking annoying is that? A brand
I
new car.
know. A brand new vehicle.
So is he making it do that? No, but it's a sign that he is around you.
Yes. Oh,
All
that's
right.
awesome.
Thank you so much for letting me read your dad today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this.
Of course. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I just want to give another PSA. I will not be messaging anyone. I will not be messaging anyone. Don't send anyone any money. You can only book with me on my website, www.christygodwinpsychicmedium.com. If you're interested in my lives, I post them on my TikTok, usually around Tuesday at the latest, usually on Monday, and I say the days I'm going live for the week and where I'm going to be. Sometimes I'm on TikTok, sometimes it's general, sometimes it's subscription, and then sometimes I even on Facebook. All right, I want to thank everyone for joining me this Saturday afternoon. I appreciate you and appreciate your time. Y'all have a great weekend.